welcome back to my channel. So today I'm in the kitchen and I will be teaching you all how I make my customer favorite oxtails. This is one of my bestest seller. So this is my pre-seasoned oxtail. This is all that I put on my oxtails before I start cooking it. This have been marinating for 24 hours. So at the end of this video, I will be giving you a list of all the seasonings that I use to season my oxtails before I start cooking it. So to get started, I add roughly a half a cup of oil in my pot. And you all, this may seem like a lot of oil, but I'm making roughly 15 pounds of oxtails right now. So it's not a lot. If you're making less, you probably just need 3 or 4 tablespoons of oil. But it's because I'm making such a large amount. That's why I'm using this much oil. And after my oxtails are finished browning, getting a nice dark coating to it, I do remove the oil before I add water and my other veggies. So just a FYI. So while you're adding your oxtails to the pot, please be sure not to add any of your carrots, scallion, peppers at this time, only the oxtail pieces. So I just wanted to show you all how your oxtails would look after being cooking on medium heat covered for 20 minutes. So we cook it on medium heat so that the oxtails can produce its natural juices before you start cooking it on high. So when all the natural juices are out, then we'll add water. So the reason I'm actually cooking my oxtails in a large pot and not a pressure cooker, which would cook it faster, is because pressure cooker just cook your meat fast. It doesn't really give your meat time to produce its natural juices, and that's how you get your flavor. So that's why I do not like to use pressure cooker if I can avoid it. So if I'm rushing for time and I'm not making a large amount, I probably use it, but not very frequent, because I like my meat to produce its natural flavors and bring out its natural juices before anything else, because that's how flavors are born. So I'm using the Grace brand butter beans, but you can use whichever brand butter beans you have, or whichever one you prefer. This is just the one I prefer for this dish. So this is how your oxtails look after being cooking for another hour, and the gravy is almost drying out. So just test your oxtails at this time to make sure it's at the consistency, the texture that you would like. So not too soft and not too hard, just a little bit falling off the bone. So after I added the remaining veggies that was in the bowl, I started adding what's called spinners. It's basically just all-purpose flour, salt, brown sugar, and water mixed together to combine to form a dough-like texture. Spinners just add flavor and give your oxtail a little voila, a little boost. So it's optional, you don't have to add it, but if you add it, you will not be disappointed, because it just increases the taste of your oxtails. It actually is a real stew with the spinners and the carrots. So I recommend you try it with the spinners, and if you don't know how to make spinners, you can just comment below and let me know, and I will show you a video of how to do so if you want to try this recipe with the spinners. But you don't have to. The oxtails are good without it, but it's even better with the spinners. So as you can see here from my video, that at this point your oxtails are basically done. As you can see, your gravy is nice and thick. So this is how you want your stew to look. Not too runny and not too thick, just enough to resemble a stew, because that's what it is, oxtail stew. So this is when you would just turn it off and just let it sit for a few minutes and gather more flavors. You can serve this with rice and beans or white rice, but from experience, it does go better with rice and beans and not so much white rice. But you can have it with whatever you want, even just by itself. You can do whatever, it's yours. So yeah. So I've done a plating just so you could see how it looks, and this is plated with white rice, steamed cabbage, and plantains. The individual wanted white rice instead of rice and beans. That is why it's plated with white rice, but you can do whichever rice you prefer. So my lovelies, this concludes our cooking for today. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for future upcoming videos. And have a wonderful, wonderful day. Au revoir, a bientôt. Mwah.